Newfoundland Growlers get set to take on their division rivals, the ECHL affiliates of the New Jersey Devils, the Adirondack Thunder. Here is tonight's starting lineup for your Newfoundland Growlers. In goal, wearing number 45, it's the Hobie Baker winner, Dryden McKay. On the blue line to start us off, one of many Newfoundlanders in the lineup tonight. Number 43, James Melindy. He'll be with number 21, Matt Broussard. Your forward group, Isaac Johnson, scored a pair of goals for the Pies last night. He'll be up front with number 15, the Growler captain, Todd Skirving. And you love to see it. He's in. He's going. It's number 14, Terry Ryan. So here we go, the Growlers in their white jerseys, the Adirondack Thunder in black. So folks, get yourself a martini and make sure you settle down, because this one's underway on this Sunday afternoon in downtown St. John's. Terry Ryan throwing the shoulder as the Thunder try to get control of the puck into the offensive zone. Moved up ice. Terry Ryan getting pushed in the corner. He's getting control of that puck. Moving it up ice for Skirving. Now to Isaac Johnson. Johnson across the line. Now to Melindy in the right wing corner. He'll go for a skate. Trying to center it out. It's knocked down in front of the cage. Today's starting goaltender for the Thunder is Jeremy Brodeur. Rink wide feed. That's going to be broken up. Out to center. Ibragimov. He'll leave it there. And a wrister. A good shot by Yushiro Hirano over the net. Behind the net, Matt Broussard scoops it up for the Growlers. O'Brien couldn't reel it in. It's poked back down low. Broussard gets another try to the line. Steve holds. His wrister. Glove down. Rebound. Poked away loose behind the net. Skio in the right wing corner. Left back up top. Good stick by O'Brien. Can't get it out. They score. A knuckler beats McKay on the first shot of the game. 1-0 Adirondack. A $1.07 into this one.
I mean, that's the definition of knuckle puck time. Holy cow. What a change up there from the point. That one was flipping and fluttering and rolling the whole way through. And that one just gets by Dryden McKay. Some bodies in front. I mean, that's a weird one, but really not a whole lot you can do in Dryden McKay's position there.
Yeah, the Goldberg special there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, it wasn't Goldberg. It was Russ Tyler, but you know what I mean. The goalie. Either way. Cleared in. Boy. By the Growlers. Brodeur out of his goal. It's played away by the Thunder ahead for Middendorf. Off the glass to center. Bouncing puck. Dillingham took a swipe at it, but it's pushed in by Middendorf. 1-0 Adirondack is the score early in this one. Left wing boards. That's stolen away. Ashbrook fires out one wide of the cage. Taken back by O'Brien ahead for Brock Caulfield. Now it's Jackson Berezowski. Weak shot, Brodeur. No, didn't see a lot of that. And Berezowski and Wheeler getting engaged behind.
Here we go.
Yeah, Wheeler's lost his bucket.
That's pretty short-lived.
Couple of, dare I say, undersized guys getting at it in there, but
well, this one already has a bit of a high-intensity feeling to it. Probably a bit more rough stuff in the first 2 minutes than we saw a lot of this weekend. So not long for the temperature to turn up in this one.
Yes, sir. So that is Wheeler in the penalty box for the Thunder. Jackson Berezowski, the Everett Silvertips all-time leading goal scorer. Not normally found shedding his gloves like that. You don't mind seeing it.
No, he doesn't mind. He doesn't mind going one bit. He'll go with just about anybody. Jackson Berezowski has no fear.
So that was Patrick Grasso getting the goal for the Thunder from Darian Skio, just 1:07 into the contest. Off the face-off, pulled back by the Growlers, trying to hook it back to the blue line with Singleton. Ended up pushing it back in his own zone. Now a battle. Kapchek runs his man into the end boards as the Growlers take the puck. We're playing forward side. Trying to get loose with the puck is Singleton. He had a pair of goals last night. He'll cut back to the blue line, shakes off a check, cuts to the backhand, and he draws a penalty. Delayed call coming up against the Adirondack Thunder. Melindy hands it off across. Cap check. Going for a skate is Adam Daw, one of 5 Newfoundlanders in the lineup today for the Growlers. James Melindy back at the line. 5-on-4 delayed penalty call here. High slot. Cap check back. Melindy. Wrister is gloved down by Brodeur. And the Growlers get the game's first power play with 17:29 to go in the first.
Well, a big opportunity here for the Growlers to get themselves back in this one and knot this game up nice and early. What a shift there from Tate Singleton. Just absolutely flying. And does a great job to get inside the zone there and draw that penalty. Now a huge opportunity for these Growlers. And, 4-on-3 as well.
That's a lot of ice. Face off to the right of Brodeur. 2:31 gone. Skirving, O'Brien, Kapchek, and Johnson. One back by the Growlers. Brennan Kapchek across to O'Brien. Steps in, fires. Nice fighting save. Rebound poked right to Isaac Johnson. He'll hand it back to O'Brien at the line. Zach O'Brien steps in, back out. One touched across by Kapchek. Johnson. His shot stopped by Brodeur. Rebound loose in the corner. Skio trying to work it away. Kapchek has to hustle. So does Isaac Johnson, but he'll retreat back into neutral ice for time and space. Entering the zone on side again. Behind the cage he roams. All the way to the left wing boards and out for O'Brien. Rink wide to Johnson. 40 seconds gone on the power play. Broussard across to Johnson once again. He scored from there last night, did Isaac Johnson. Hands it back to Broussard. He had 2 assists last night. Really coming into his own on the Growler blue line is Matt Broussard. O'Brien again. Just over a minute left on this Growler power play. Johnson trying to take the pass, but it hopped over his stick. He will hand it back up to O'Brien. Zach O'Brien weaves free, shot, rebound, and it's wide of the cage from Skirving. Loose behind the net. Steve. O'Brien takes it back. His pass broken up. Here's Berezowski out of the box. And that's located and cleared by the Thunder. Energetic first 4 minutes of action here at the Mary Brown Center on this Sunday afternoon. Chris Ballard and Ben Murphy, your broadcasters for today's game. I think we might have a couple of new listeners who might be tuning in to the Growlers for their first time ever, so we thank you for tuning in. Let us know on Twitter. Face off, left wing circle. Going for a skate is Tate Singleton. Back up top, Tyler Weaves activated off of injured reserve, and Tate Singleton fanned on that one. Puck ends up out of play. 15:36 left in period number 1. Still 1-0 Adirondack with 7 seconds of power play time remaining.
Yeah, a great pace to start this one, and both teams playing with a little bit of jam here early on. It's good to see on a Sunday afternoon.
Sure is. Shots on goal, 3-2 in favor of the Growlers. As Brock Caulfield, yes, that's the brother of Cole Caulfield. And he has the puck behind the net, but with 1 second of power play time left, here comes Josephic. And we are back to 5-on-5. And here come the Thunder. Weaving their way through neutral ice. That's poked away by Singleton and sent back to Nolan Dillingham, the former captain of the Sarnias Thing. At center, Escott ahead. 1-on-1. Isaac Johnson tries a shot. It's off the stick of the defender and out of play. We're down to 15:08 left in the first. Not a bad start. Good-looking power play, too, for Newfoundland.
Yeah, some good opportunities there. Zach O'Brien really leading the way there on that power play. Creating some opportunities for his line mates, but also taking a few good looks at the net himself. And love to see Isaac Johnson coming out here and firing the puck early, coming off 2 big goals last night.
Face off to the right of Jeremy Brodeur, but the face-off won back by the Thunder. They'll begin the rush from behind the goal. It's Ibragimov to center. Gets it through Dillingham, and a pretty nice check, honestly, puts Dilly on his backside. Held in at the right side point by the Thunder through traffic. Knocked down by the Growler defense as Skirving into the air to the left wing side, and Isaac Johnson takes his time, and he'll send it back in his own zone. Nolan Dillingham being pressured by Ibragimov. He'll settle it once again behind his cage. Chris Ballard and Ben Murphy on the broadcast at the Mary Brown Center in downtown St. John's this afternoon. Whatever brought you here, we're glad you're here. Cleared in by the Growlers. It got through Orgel. No icing. Adam Daw of Gander, Newfoundland and Labrador digs it loose. Spins it on goal, and he's stopped by Brodeur. Second poke. Another Newfoundlander looking good early going. That's Jordan Escott. He was stopped too. Out to center. Down the left wing, Middendorf takes the pass from Hirano. Sharp angle tries off the outside of the net. Singleton settles. He's under pressure from Ashbrook. Singleton gets away. Loose puck deke there, but couldn't reel it back in. Great pace here in this first period for both sides. Malindi wasn't in the lineup last night. Able to chip this one in deep. He engages with Skio. Perhaps a matchup to keep an eye on this afternoon. A couple of tough guys. Lifted out to center. And there's Broussard. His pass poked away out over center, the blue line rather. He'll bring it back in before it's taken by Broussard. Back in his own zone to James Malindi. That one, dangerous pass. Pinball near the front of the net, but is covered by McKay. 13:22 remains in period number 1. We'll step aside for a TV timeout. 1-0 for the Adirondack Thunder on the Growlers Broadcast Network. $13:22 to go in period number 1. 1-0 Adirondack is your score. Now, I know there's a ton of people, as we alluded to earlier, probably tuning in for the first time to a Growler game. So let's use this opportunity. I know TR's a big fan of stories. If you have a story about TR, maybe you want to embarrass him, or try to, I'd love to help you do that. Tweet at us, at GrowlersBallard. Or tweet at me. Or you follow Ben for all I care, at VOCMBen. I mean, not for all I care.
My Twitter is not as exciting.
He's a great follow, don't get me wrong.
Not as exciting these days.
Or, ideally, what I'd really love to happen, if there's like any of his Shoresy mates that are tuned in, like, DM me. We'll interview you in the second intermission or something. Like, give me all your TR dirt. Just throwing it out there. I know there's a lot of folks that are tuned in just to watch Terry today. Well,
and hey, he had a great first shift.
He did.
A few hits in there.
That's what I love about Terry. Terry, he don't mind. You know what I mean? First shift, out there throwing a little weight around. You don't mind seeing that. Berezowski off a shot block to center. Sent in by the former Adirondack Thunder, Corey Dennis. O'Brien to the right wing corner. Trying to body him off the puck. Free shot there for Caulfield. Stopped by Brodeur. Held in at the line and sent down low. O'Brien spins it to the open slot. Nobody home as the Thunder counter back. Broussard flips a pass away, but it is followed up and cleared in by Broman. Into the corner from McKay and up for Weeks. Away comes Caulfield. A 1-on-2 rush as the Growlers begin a line change. Had it stripped off the end of his stick. And out to center. Dillingham settles it across for Kapchak. Back for Dillingham. Gets to center. Ahead for Weiss. Fresh off the IR for this afternoon's game. Cuts behind the net and wraps it around. Couldn't get it to settle. Isaac Johnson slams on the brakes. Great move. Great goal. He scores. Isaac Johnson ties the game. 12-19 to go in the first.
Well, like we were saying, happy to see Isaac Johnson shooting the puck early, and that one just another snipe from Isaac Johnson. Walks out from the circle, quick toe drag, and beats Brodeur clean. 3 goals now in the last 3 periods of hockey for Isaac Johnson, or 2 periods of hockey, I should say. He has been lights out. Another beauty from Isaac Johnson there to knot this thing up at 1.
5 shots on goal to this point of the contest for the Growlers, and Isaac Johnson just red hot. And now that will tie him for the team lead with Johnny Tyconic in points. And he did it in a fraction of the games, too. Not to mention Johnny Tyconic having an incredible season all on his own. That's a defenseman we're talking about. He was one of 2 remaining ECHL defenders who lead their team in scoring. Now, where's JT today? He's on his way to the All-Star game in Savannah, Georgia. Beautiful feed up for Weiss. He's got Skirving barreling to the cage. lost control of the puck. That turns into a 2-on-2 back the other way. Yushiro Hirano hands it off for Ibragimov. Malindi forces him back for another lap toward the blue lines. What a pass to the left wing corner. Last sharp angle, gobbled up by McKay. No rebound. And Malindi sharing some of that Newfoundland hospitality with Mr. Ibragimov.
Yeah, Ibragimov gave him a pretty good whack there as James proceeded to finish his hit over on the play, and James certainly didn't like that and just let him know.
There you go. We're getting some responses. Corey Clark on Twitter says, I was in the Janeway having back surgery when TR was still playing. I didn't know he was visiting. He came in my room and brightened up the time I spent there. That's what I'm looking for. That and embarrassing stories from people who know Terry the best. I got a few, but it's not my place to share it. Well, not really embarrassing. I don't know Terry well enough to have that many embarrassing stories. The Growlers clear the zone. This one trickles all the way for an icing.
Well, he tells most of them in his first book.
He sure does.
Great read.
It is a good
Great read.
Honestly. Yeah, I interviewed Terry, I think it was like 2013, the first time I interviewed Terry Ryan. He had just signed or gotten traded to the Clarenville Caribous. I was working as the sports reporter, which somehow was a job in rural Newfoundland, penalty coming up against the Thunder. Escott sends it back to his defense, and the Growlers are going to get an extra skater out there on the delayed penalty call. Tate Singleton pulls it away. Touched up by the Thunder, so with 11:06 left in the period, the Growlers get another power play.
Yeah, that's just Tate Singleton moving his feet as he always does and draws his second penalty now here in this first period. And keep an eye on number 23 in white, Isaac Johnson. If I'm the Growlers, I'm definitely looking to put the puck on the stick of Isaac Johnson on this power play and let one fly.
O'Brien, Singleton, Kapchek, Johnson, and Berezowski out for this Growler power play. The Growler power play has been dynamite since the holiday break. There's no other way around it. They've scored in 8 of 9 games since the holiday break, and Johnson almost made it another, but a good block and a clear by the Thunder. So behind the net, Dryden McKay, he'll leave it for Kapchek. Ashbrook keeps an eye as Cappy starts it up ice. Drops it off for O'Brien. He'll get to center ice. Up the right wing, it's Berezowski. Nice feed, rink wide, letting it go is Caulfield. Now Kapchek spins it across for Johnson once again. Sauce pass, booted forward, but regained by Kapchek. Now across O'Brien to the corner. Chip play in front, and Berezowski, a great try, but really didn't put it on goal.
No, a nice try for a little deflection there. I'm not convinced that didn't just hit the post, but a great try there from Berezowski, who is putting in the dirty work in front of Brodeur.
Face-off upcoming to the right of the aforementioned Adirondack goaltender. Face-off won by the Growlers, but between the defenders and back to his own blue line is Brennan Kapchek. Being followed closely by Broman, and he'll turn it over as Grasso out of the air, missed it wide. Along the right wing board, Skio has some trouble pulling the puck in. The Growlers take it from him, and Isaac Johnson begins it up ice. Just under a minute left on this Growler power play. Chipped in by Berezowski, giving chases Johnson. Berezowski joins the mix as well, and O'Brien steals it back. Here comes an opportunity, and a great stop by Brodeur there, point blank on Caulfield.
What a heads-up play there from Zach O'Brien to read that. Jump in quickly from the blue line and pick that play off. Finds Brock Caulfield, who gets a nice shot off there, but good save from Brodeur.
So the Growlers send some fresh bodies out onto the ice. Skirving, Singleton, Weiss, Broussard, and O'Brien's going to stay put. Face off, loose, and one back by the Growlers. Broussard, the pass hopped over the stick of Weiss. Back to Broussard, he holds it in. Snapped it down low, Singleton gives chase. It's poked away from him, loose against the right wing corner boards. O'Brien has Ashbrook tied up, trying desperately to free it back up to the line for Skirving. Pushed in behind Singleton, he gives chase. Growlers are going to come away with the puck here with 20 seconds left on the power play. Broussard at the line, walks in, hands it back. Weiss spins a pass back to Broussard in the corner, down low. 12 seconds left on the power play. Up top for Broussard once again. Waits. Great patience. Wrister wide off the end boards. And Weiss sends it back behind. Out in front again. Skirving is stopped. Here comes Broman out of the box. We are back to 5-on-5 with 11 minutes gone in this first period. The Growlers out shooting the Thunder 10-3. We have a one-on-one. Broman's shot right into the midsection of McKay. He guides it aside to the line, not out. Held in. Going for a skate there. Behind the net is Walker. Out to Wheeler. You can feel the breeze up here in the press box as he swings and misses. At center, Joseph rolls a soft one toward the Growler cage. Along the left wing boards, free back up. Dennis behind the net for Alex Coop Miners. He'll send a tape-to-tape pass, and Jordan Escott takes off up the right wing side, chips it by the defender, and frees it up behind the net. Clearing attempt is going to be held at the line. Dillingham, Coop Miners holds the line and flips it along the left wing boards. It's the Thunder coming away with this one out of their own zone. Harper for Wheeler. He'll cross over center down the left wing, cleared in by Smith. Along the right wing boards, Weiss. First try to clear, didn't work, but it's picked up by Dennis. Up for Johnson, and he'll get a stick on that one to work it in deep. We haven't had a lot of whistles here. 7:45 left in the first period. Good steal on the pass there. Skirving connects with Johnson at his own blue line. Gets it to center. Nifty play to Weiss. Back to Johnson. Johnson tried to send a backhand pass back for Weiss. And it's broken up. Out for Malindi and his one-timer. Blocked as well. Credit to the Thunder here. They're getting in lanes and making things difficult here for the Growlers. I think, here's an opportunity back. The Thunder in behind the defense. Oh, what a poke check save. Power play upcoming, though, for the Thunder. Right wing side. Ashbrook forced back toward the blue line. Delayed penalty coming up against the Growlers. At the blue line. Shot wide of the cage. Off the end boards, held by Ashbrook. Just under 7 minutes to go. Delayed penalty coming up against Newfoundland as it's touched up by Weiss. A holding penalty has been called with 6:54 left in the first.
But just back to your point, Chris, about the job Adirondack has done of just getting in lanes, getting skates, sticks, whatever the case may be, shin pads, but they've been doing that all weekend long. And it was a big reason for the disparity in shots last night in that game. They just did such a good job of blocking shots all night, and we're seeing a lot of that again today, despite the Growlers still heavily out shooting Adirondack on the score clock.
Face off to the left of Dryden McKay. It's Brennan Kapchek in the penalty box for the Growlers. Power play for the Thunder, but a good face-off win and a clear for Newfoundland. Holding on Kapchek at 13:06. It's the first power play of the game for Adirondack. And away they come. Broman shovels it in and rolls to the right wing corner. Broussard. Hirano holds and sends it back to the point. 6.5 left in period number one. Steve at the point across. One-timer. Some mustard on that one from Hirano, but it's held by McKay.
Yeah, that was a blast, but great job from Dryden McKay to track that one the whole way. Takes that right in the breadbasket and stops any more opportunity for Adirondack. Their power play has been pretty lethal all weekend, too, and it's been really Hirano and Ibragimov driving a lot of that on the power play. Those two together are pretty filthy.
Sure are. And I don't know, I just find it really neat as well, just the real international flavor on this Adirondack squad. To have on the same power play unit, a Russian and a player from Japan. You don't see that on too many power play units around any level of pro hockey. Hirano curls free, hands it off. Grasso's one-timer, fighting save by McKay. It ends up out of play. Another story about Terry Ryan from the tweet machine. This one from Patty O'Brien. He doesn't remember me, but I used to go to goalie camps with Patrick O'Brien. Nice fella from what I remember 20 years ago. But he says during Mount Pearl Senior Blades days, pregame against the Corner Brook Royals, TR was walking around the dressing room with a bottle full of what looked like frothy pink Kool-Aid. Doc says, TR, you're passing kidney stones. TR played the full game anyway. Quote, deal with it later, he says. absolute nails from Terry Ryan. Awesome
That
story.
fits the
This
bill.
is exactly what I'm looking for. Face off, loose in the Growlers zone. Still 1:12 left on the Adirondack power play, and they've got it off the face off. Off a stick and wide. Behind the net, Malindi. Rolls to the blue line, held in by Thompson. He'll send it back to the corner. Gillespie. He's spun around by Dennis, loses an edge, and Malindi scoops up the puck off the boards, but not out. Thompson swoops down low to the left wing corner. Patient with the puck. Rink wide feed. It was a good one. Fanning on the shot was Middendorf, and it's off a stick and out to center as the Growlers get an opportunity to send some fresh legs on the ice. Thompson. Down the left wing. Heading in over the line is Orgel. He's crunched by Malindi as the Growlers clear. 20 seconds left on the Adirondack power play. Just over 5 minutes left in the period. The Thunder, in they come again. Dillingham forces his man wide. Oh, barreling into the goaltender. What a stop by McKay. He's down and out. Puck still loose. They score.
What?
No goal. Waved off by the referee. Not sure why. It crossed the line, or at least I thought I had eyes on a puck crossing the line. What insanity down here.
Yep. Not sure on that one.
Yep.
Don't know if that went in or stayed out or how it stayed out, but not much of a reaction in terms of a goal.
No.
From either side.
I mean, that's what they teach you in minor hockey. Just sell the heck out of it. Selly, go back to the bench and give the boys fist bumps. Make them think. That's we have a senior sighting in the house on the video board here at the Mary Brown Center. Certainly a few bodies recognizing the greatness that is senior. So the officials are going to take a look at this one. From our vantage point, it did appear as if that had crossed the line.
Yeah, it looked like there was no way that puck wasn't going to end up in the net. But just such a cluster around the crease there. Really hard to tell.
Let's not bury the lead here. The Growlers are now using the GoldenEye 007 N64 pause music as our, wait for referee deliberation music. That's an elite call.
That's good. That's good. That's good stuff right there.
I wish I could turn up the ambience. Absolute banger. So we await. They're reviewing the play is what we're waiting for. In case you're just joining us, 4:56 to go in period number 1. 1-1 your score. If this is an Adirondack goal, it is an Adirondack power play goal. 2 seconds left on the minor penalty to Brennan Kapchek, who's has his head cocked in the penalty box trying to catch a view of this replay.
Yeah, pretty long review going on down there. Both referees in the mix now.
So it was called no goal on the ice, so they need definitive evidence to overturn it.
Here we go.
Looks like they have made up their minds. No goal.
Wow.
Still a 1-1 game.
Definitely a break there for the Newfoundland Growlers, and now important to just go back to work and get the offense going again. Adirondack has certainly pushed here in this last few minutes, especially with that power play. So important for the Growlers to get back in the driver's seat here because it's been an excellent first period so far.
Just 2 seconds left on this penalty kill. Shots on goal are 10-8 in favor of the Growlers. But Ben, this is shaping up to be a very solid first for Newfoundland.
Absolutely, no complaints.
It's so hard. I would say maybe half of the Growlers lineup is feeling the effects of this stomach flu despite their presence in the lineup. Playing the first place team at the end of a 3-4 stretch. Solid first period, no notes.
No, it's been excellent. The effort's been there right from puck drop. It's been a chippy first period, which you always love to see on a Sunday afternoon. But both teams really just leaving it all out there so far in this one. And it's been a great first 15 minutes of action here. Really just picked up right where we left off last night. It's almost like there's been no come down at all from last night's game.
Off the face-off, it's Adam Daw able to advance that one in. And Brennan Kapchak leaps out of the box. The Growlers back to 5-1. Out at center, Broussard able to free it up, trying to get in over the line is Singleton. Back to center it goes. Broussard rink wide. Nolan Dillingham cuts back for a skate. Up the right wing, connects with Jordan Escott. He'll get in onside, rolls it into the right wing corner. He and Daw from opposite angles, trying to get in after it behind the net. Puck comes away loose, and it's Tate Singleton. Found the back of the net twice last night. Ooh, looking for his third of the weekend. That one fought off by Brodeur. Scooped up by the Thunder. Out to center and chipped in by Josephek. Matt Broussard, the UPEI grab. Snaps a pass up ice. It hopped over the stick of Jordan Escott. So with 4:02 left in the first, that's icing on the Growlers. So once again, shout out to all of our new listeners or infrequent listeners to the broadcast today. My Twitter's been blowing up here. Justin Cohn, sports writer in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Quite frankly, one of the best in the business. I've seen a lot of guys covering hockey at this level for a while. Cohn knows what's up. He's tuned in here tonight. Thanks, Justin. Also a part of that ECHL podcast on the, I think, the hockey news. A couple of, oh no, we got a big scrum occurring there behind the net. A few extra pushes. Broman scores. The Adirondack Thunder, opportunistic. Didn't need much pressure in the offensive zone to lift that one over the blocker of McKay. 2-1, Adirondack retakes the lead.
Yeah, they certainly capitalize on their chances. I mean, that's just a nice shot there from Broman to spin and get that one off really quick, and he beats McKay clean on the blocker side. That's just a nice shot. But like you said, opportunistic. That's what we've seen all weekend. Yeah. They get their chances, and they bury them.
By that, I only mean, the Growlers had the ice a little tilted. Yeah, on the power play, things were certainly going well. Dare I say, maybe even building momentum. But then, in typical hockey fashion, the other team comes down and scores on their first. Good luck. And again, I'm not trying to take anything off of the Thunder. They're playing, honestly, as impressively as I've seen. Last night's victory for Adirondack was their franchise record 8th in a row.
They play a very complete game.
They do. A veteran coach who's played a lot at this level in Pete MacArthur. There's another shot block in front, but back to the line, kept alive by Adirondack. Toward the front of the net and wide as Skirving scoops it up. Sends it to Berezowski at center, who flips a shot into the right wing corner. Tyler Weiss gives chase behind the net. The Thunder off the boards and out to center, rolling puck. Good stick by Dillingham, but it's swatted in by Middendorf. James Melindy behind the net. Pass lands for Skirving. Johnson down the right wing gives chase. Wheeler scoops up the puck. Weiss almost able to steal. Skirving at center, hands it back for Dillingham. 2.5 minutes to go. Out to center. Johnson is quickly turned into a 3-on-2 for the Growlers. Singleton bears in, shoots. Blocked right back on his stick. Melindy's there for the rebound. Can't get it to go. Broussard follows up. A snapper. Didn't get through as well. Middendorf clears it in. Takes a little bump from Melindy for his efforts. Behind the net. Back for Melindy. 11-9, the shots on goal in favor of the Growlers. Singleton trying to sneak in behind the defense. A good stick by Skio, and that one ends up out of play.
Singleton has been flying so far in this one. He is really taking the offense on his back every time he's on the ice and starting the charge. He just flies up that ice, creates a chance for himself, and looking for a lot more of that out of Tater, but he's been fantastic here in this one.
Face off to the right of Jeremy Brodeur. Busy frame for him, 10 saves already. Nice hit by Escott, held at the line by Singleton. A battle ensues for the loose puck. Singleton knocked to one knee, still advances it ahead. Skio strong on his stick to the line. Cleared the rest of the way. Kapchek in a foot race, trying to turn this into an icing. He's successful in doing so. .135 to go in period number 1 on this chilly Sunday afternoon. Downtown St. John's. It's officially winter.
Oh,
not that it wasn't
ever
prior, but this last couple of weeks has been freezing here. Well, it's been weird. Back to the line for cap check. Sends it in purposely wide of the cage. Lunging after it is Berezowski, but it's the Thunder coming away with it. Nice reach there by Kapchek to break up an outlet pass. Chipped in by O'Brien. Scooped up by Thompson. Good stick by O'Brien, but Thompson gets by him with speed. Down the right wing. Sent through the middle, and Walker couldn't handle the pass. Someone's got to go after that puck. Broussard, oh, and a hit from behind there is going to draw a crowd. As Broussard might be picking his DNA off the glass there. That is not my favorite hit.
Yeah, he was definitely crunched there and went pretty hard face first right into the boards. Brennan Kapchek quick to jump in there, but it holds off because the Growlers are certainly heading to the power play. But it seems as if Broussard is all right, and he's got some choice words for Thompson. But so that was no doubt a cross-check.
Sure was. Yeah, Thompson sure needs to be told to settle down. I know that's a very common phrase, but that's in my attempt at a Shoresy pun.
Check that one off the bingo card. There you go. Bang.
Yeah, I got a few more to work in throughout the rest of the game. So if you think I'm intolerable now, just wait for the next two periods. Face off to the left of Jeremy Brodeur. 1:03 to go. And folks, don't forget, we'll have Kenny O'Leary, the Growlers VP of Hockey Operations, during our first intermission. Rebound! Oh, it's stuck under the pad of the goaltender, still loose. Johnson back to the point. Brennan Kapchek. We're in the final minute of the first period. O'Brien to the corner. Out into the slot, Caulfield. Rink-wide feed. Nice release by Johnson, blocked in front. Along the left wing boards, Kapchek holds the play alive. Gets the pass back from Johnson. Down to the corner. Out, Caulfield! Oh, what a stop by Brodeur. Looking like his old man there.
Oh, that is just a beautiful scoring opportunity there from the Growlers, but what a save from Brodeur.
Did you hear the thwack out of his glove, too?
Caulfield got every bit of that one.
To borrow one of my favorite lines from a Mighty Duck movie, he'll have the imprint of a puck in his palm after that.
That's just a beautiful setup, exactly how you draw it up, but what a save.
Good face-off win. Ooh, they're going to reset. Once again, the face-off to Brodeur's left. 14-9 are the shots in favor of the Growlers. Caulfield to take the draw. O'Brien, Berezowski, Johnson, and Kapchek. Still 1:29 left on the power play as the Growlers win the face-off. 30 to go in the period. Johnson fires. Blocked. Ends up out of play. 2-1 Adirondack is your score. We're in the final 25 seconds of the first period. And again, stick around. Kenny O'Leary will explain why the heck Terry Ryan's in our lineup in the first intermission. Not that we're mad about it. On the face-off, pulled back by the Thunder, looking for a clear, and they go right down Main Street. Brennan Kapchek once again in his own zone. 15 to go in the period. Advances it ahead. Out of the reach. No, Berezowski gets just a touch. No icing. Off the glass and out from Brodeur. And that will result in a stoppage with 7.6 seconds left.
Yeah, faceoff's going to stay inside just to the left of Brodeur, but that was a great eye there by the referee because the linesmen were about to blow that one down for icing, but Berezowski no doubt got a stick on it. Good eye by the referee to make sure that didn't get blown down too early.
Face off. One back by the Growlers. Just 6 on the clock. Kapchek bears in. Great pass and a shot. I think the puck flipped up just a little bit. And that's going to do it for period number 1. Shots on goal 14-9 in favor of the Growlers, who will have another 57 seconds of power play time when the second period begins. 2-1 Adirondack is your score. We'll take like a 30-second break, and then we'll bring in Kenny O'Leary, the Growlers Vice President of Hockey Operations. Don't go away on the Growlers Broadcast Network. Welcome back to the broadcast. Chris Ballard back with you. Still 2-1 Thunder. They don't. You're not allowed to score goals in intermission. That's still a thing. Pleased to welcome to the broadcast the Growlers Vice President of Hockey Operations. Kenny O'Leary is in the house. And Kenny, first of all, thank you for joining me here in the booth tonight. We thought it was a good idea. You know, it's not every day that a professional hockey team signs a guy who hasn't played a game in 10 years and hasn't played in this league since 2003. So instead of just me and Ben, being the same blaring voices, we thought it'd be a good idea to have you come on and maybe try to tell us a bit of the story of exactly how and why Terry Ryan is donning his classic number 14 in the Growlers lineup this afternoon.
Well, Bals, when I woke up this morning, I didn't really have it on my bingo card that I was going to sign Terry Ryan to a professional hockey contract today.
Right.
But here we are. So basically, we are getting a lot of questions. Why is Terry here? What's wrong with the lineup? People are in and out.
Right.
Basically, we are dealing with a bit of a flu bug.
Sure
I
are.
mean, Newfoundland, if you were here during the Christmas time, everybody and their uncle was sick.
I missed a game last week.
That's right. And we were on the road, so we kind of missed that bug. And I think it finally creeped into the dressing room there early in the week. So we've been dealing with that, and some players have been playing through it. Yesterday was kind of the crux of that situation when we had to bring in former Fog Devil, Patty O'Keefe, and that was retro night, and that kind of worked well. And that worked well for our bench. We had an extra body, and Patrick didn't look out of place.
He didn't. He was weirdly good.
It was great seeing him. We had a great story that he shared, and in having him in the building for retro night was just amazing. Which led us to Terry Ryan. So last night, the coaching staff, myself, got together, and we looked at some possibilities because we knew that we were going to have some lineup issues again here today. And once we got through it, there's a Hockey Canada rule, which is pretty much the reason why Terry's here today.
Right.
If we sign someone who's playing in the junior or senior leagues here locally to come up and help us out, which we've done in the past,
sure we have,
they would be ineligible for the rest of their season in playoffs because it's a January 10th deadline.
Right.
Because of that, we've had to get a little bit creative. That was the reason why Patrick was here yesterday, Patrick O'Keefe.
Not playing senior this year, has a senior background, had played close enough that he was the first phone call type of thing? Correct.
And that's how that came together. And last night, Terry's name was floated. We had a couple other former pros that were floated that I'm not going to mention on here because that's gonna snowball.
Yeah, we've already lit the powder keg on the internet today. I don't think we need to shut the app down.
Yeah, so Terry's here to provide us extra manpower, be the extra body on the bench. I mean, in the dressing room, he's been nothing but a delight. The players, have had a good time interacting with him. I've had a good time interacting with him. The fans, this is a symptom of Terry Ryan and the success that he's had, off the ice with, his recent TV shows and his little bit of a media personality. There's a lot of people here supporting him. I see lots of Shoresy jerseys out there, which is great.
Oh, it's awesome. So you have noticed an uptick, say, on walk-up or on day-of-game sales on account of this?
Yeah, and it wasn't really the plan, but it's like a happy little accident, as Bob Ross would say. It did generate some buzz. Our PR team would be happy for that, and I'm sure Terry is going to have a pretty good story to tell after the game.
Oh, this is another book for sure.
Yeah. So sometimes it's unfortunate when we see the flu bug, and we always get these different stories at the minor league level when someone has to come in and either be the E-bug or go out there for warm-ups or go out there for a shift or two just to fill the bench. But honestly, I think the dressing room is taking it really well.
That was my next question.
Yeah, lots of camaraderie. It's not a sideshow, if you will.
No, that was one of the things that I saw on the internet today. I made the mistake of checking Twitter pretty often today.
Yeah.
And man, oh man, it's so easy for fans to get wrapped up in the excitement of the moment and extrapolate from what is a simple player signing in the time of lean bodies and sickness to the mental gymnastics to assume, this must be another silly Matt Cook move. The team must be leaving. This is a horrible PR stunt. There's guys sitting in the stands who are not in this game because the team decided to play Terry Ryan. Can you poke a hole into some of these silly arguments for us?
Well, I mean, if you don't know the full picture, which a lot of people don't, even us last night looking up the rule with Hockey Canada, making sure that we were making the right move, because there is a lot of talented hockey players here in this building.
This is a great way to showcase them.
Yeah, and if it was earlier in the season, like we've done in the past, it would have been those guys that would have been first up, and we're so happy to have a good partnership with the local junior league and the local senior league, and we're so excited to showcase those players when they get their opportunity. But today, it just everything lined into place, and like I said at the beginning of this interview, I didn't think I was going to be signing Terry Ryan today, but here we are.
I was sitting in my kitchen this morning writing Terry's bio, and I had to dig deep because I include a little area in the bio that says how many years of pro, and I had to make sure I counted them all. I just put many in there after, but did you get a chance? I know it's been a busy day for you to watch the first period and see. I mean, seeing TR in the opening lineup. I mean, put your fan hat on for a second. Did you get to enjoy it at all?
Yeah, from a fan perspective, I follow TR's career. Off the ice, he's a prolific ball hockey player with Ball Hockey Canada, and I worked with him for a little while over the years. So seeing him strap on the pad, well, he got his old shoulder pads on today, and
of course
he asked us if he needed to wear a visor. These kinds of things.
Awesome.
But it was great to see him in the starting lineup. It's another Newfoundland moment that we can dwell on 3 or 4 years from now. It's like we were there when Terry put it on. His daughter's here. It's the first time seeing him on the ice in a pro game. It's his birthday.
Yeah.
There's so many different storylines here that are just so crazy of a coincidence to line up that, I'm pretty happy for him. I'm sure he's going to have fun, and him and his media friends are probably going to have some fun with this afterwards too. So, I mean, it's a delight for the fans, and I think it's a delight for him.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I think that covers all the bases. Anything else to say about the situation, or anything you think I may have missed here? Really just a great story out of the Growlers locker room here today, and one that's certainly got a lot of fans abuzz here.
Well, yeah, let's not take away from the fact, too, that we got a good hockey game going on here, too.
Do.
Terry Ryan is definitely part of the storyline here, but I mean, this has been a hard-fought series on Thursday and last night, went into overtime. So I think the fans are going to get their money's worth, whether or not Terry Ryan's on your radar or not. This is a good team. We're playing another good team in the Adirondack Thunder. We've seen some great goaltending. That Jeremy Brodeur save before I came on the air.
Yeah, you were here. I had to help pick your jaw up off the floor. You were here in the booth with us for that one.
Yeah, and you know me. I'm a big Marty Brodeur fan.
Yep,
so
big goalie guy in general.
It was great, and Dryden is playing great as well. So I think the fans are in for a good one here, and I'm excited to see what happens.
Kenny O'Leary, the Growlers Vice President of Hockey Operations, thank you very much for your time and for helping make this happen, and looking forward to watching the rest of this game.
My pleasure.
Kenny O'Leary will be back after a short break. Still 10.5 minutes to go in the intermission, so plenty of time to grab yourself a martini. The second period is coming up next. Intermission. Time for our first period scoring summary. Not bad for a team that's full of the stomach flu. Shots on goal, 14-9 in favor of the Growlers. And they'll have 57 seconds of power play time to start the second period, but they do trail 2-1 to the Adirondack Thunder, who struck first just 1:07 into the contest. Patrick Grasso, his 18th of the season from Darian Skio. A knuckle puck made it 1-0 on the first shot of the game. The Growlers tied it up just over 6 minutes later at the 7:41 mark. Isaac Johnson closing in on the team lead in goals, his 14th from Tyler Weiss in his first game off the IR, tied the game at 1. Good there, Benjamin? Yeah, he's fine. At 16:11, Travis Broman regained the lead for the Thunder, his 6th from Harper and Grasso. 2-1 is your score. Handful of penalties, too. Ryan Wheeler for roughing at 1:45 with Jackson Berezowski for cross-checking. Resulted in a little 4-on-4 puck. Grant Josephic for slashing at 2:31. Broman for tripping at 8:54. Kapchek for Newfoundland for holding at 13:06. And Thompson for boarding at 18:57. So Newfoundland 0 for 3, but will still have 57 seconds on the power play when we start the next period. Dryden McKay allowed 2 goals but made 7 saves, 13 stops, and a few dandies from Jeremy Brodeur. That's it for your first period scoring summary. Any TR stories in your own repertoire, Benjamin? I never got to really. I'll finish mine and I'll let you think of yours. So again, 2013, I'm working in rural Newfoundland in a town called Clarenville. Maybe 2,000 or 3,000 people in Clarenville.
Yeah, I'd say
a little more than that. Maybe?
Probably a bit more.
Yeah. Anyway, I was working as a sports reporter, and our local senior hockey team, the Clarenville Caribous, had just acquired superstar Terry Ryan. So, I mean, that was a big deal for our paper at the time. So it was my job to get a feature story with Terry. So I never knew how fortunate I was. I got an invite to Senior's basement to do the interview. Now, I know there's tons of you out there who know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm like this fresh-eyed little reporter who kind of still has Terry on a bit of a pedestal. I was there for like 4 hours. And for like a simple 1,000-word feature story in a newspaper, I was there for like half a day. I got to see everything in the basement. I learned more than enough of what I needed to know about Terry Ryan and his whole journey. But still one of the most memorable interviews I've ever had in my entire life. The story turned into a pretty good one too. But I just remember like texting my then girlfriend, now wife, to be like, I think I'm coming home soon. Like, throw the kettle on, I'll be home in a minute. And like 4 hours later, I had supper there. And that was my introduction to Terry Ryan. Later, when I was the play-by-play voice of the Brampton Beast in the ECHL, R.I.P. Brampton, TR was in Toronto, I think on his book tour or something to that effect. TR was sitting in your seat with me for a game.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he was there to visit his good friend who was younger than TR is now, David Ling, another ageless wonder.
Yeah, wow, that's a throwback.
Former St. John's Maple Leaf. So anyway, Linger was, I think, 43 or 44 when he last played for us in Brampton. I reached out to Terry because we, knew each other a little bit just being in the media hockey community. And yeah, he did color with me for a whole game, shooting the breeze about Linger and about the ECHL and his time. So that's really all that and in my first year there. So Terry didn't last the whole year with Clarenville. He ended up finishing, I believe, with the Seabees. And he won his first herder that season on a team with Jordan Escott.
Well, there you go. There's a connection for you.
And this is like literally some of my first days covering hockey in this province. This was 10 years ago. 11 years ago now. That sucks. But still, that was my real introduction. Well, not to mention, I mean, as a kid, I remember I was the local hockey all-stars were playing like the cops in like some sort of charity
Classic,
thing.
yep. Staple.
And my uncle, the late Derek Ballard, who anyone who knows local RNC officers knows Doc, got me onto the bench to do like to open and close the gate. And I remember like TR was on that team, and I remember being just absolutely starstruck to be on the bench with, and he was actively playing. Like this was in like the mid-90s. So those are my stories. We will let you.
No, that's A-okay.
We do have a hockey game to get back to now, and
Let's do that.
I'm a little bit of a blowhard, so we are back underway, and the Growlers still have just shy of a minute of power play time remaining. They do have control of the puck, and Isaac Johnson hands it off to the 2019 Kelly Cup MVP O'Brien. Back to the line, cap check, trying to open up a lane, hands it to O'Brien instead. 40 to go on the power play. Out of the right wing corner, O'Brien frees the puck. Twice the referee in the way, blocking that pass away, and the Thunder take advantage and clear. 25 to go on the power play. Kapchek shoved a little awkwardly into the end boards there. He'll still pick up the puck. Plays it ahead for Caulfield, and he's turning on the Jets. Drops it off to Berezowski. Swings away from trouble and hands it back to Brassard. Rink wide to Johnson. 8 seconds left on the power play. Steps in. Played with a high stick. The Growlers touch it. Played behind the net once more. But here comes Thompson, and the Growlers were back to 5-on-5. And right out of the box turns into a 3-on-1. Smith to the slot. And that's stolen away. Isaac Johnson starts the rush back. 3-on-2 for the Growlers. Johnson through the middle. Hands it off to O'Brien on the right wing corner. Tried a shot from a sharp angle off the outside of the pad of Brodeur. That might have stung him a little bit. Back, a one-timer back for the Thunder. Kicked out by McKay to the line. Held in, and another one. A blast from the line. Stopped by McKay. Right in front. Nice save, point blank by Dryden McKay. Earning his salary here in those last 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's a great start for Dryden McKay in this second period. Definitely getting tested early on. A couple of blasts there from just inside the blue line from Adirondack, but nothing getting by Dryden McKay early in this one. And a great job just to hold on to that rebound there at the end, too.
Still 18-27 left in this second period. Still 2-1 Adirondack. Face off for Adam Daw to the right of his goaltender. One back by the Growlers. Played away from Singleton, held in by Les. He'll send it in behind the cage. Rolls along the left wing boards. Escott, good stick, couldn't get it out. Shot in front is blocked. And Singleton tries to play it to the line. Stolen away, but the Growlers poke it free, and now Singleton leads a 3-on-2. Jordan Escott, backhand, tries to fight it to the front of the net. It's broken up. Loose puck. Played to the line, it pinballs around, and the Thunder do get it and will clear the zone. No icing, so Corey Dennis races back. Pauses a moment behind his cage. Under lots of pressure, though. He will free it out for Dillingham. Hands it back for Dennis as the Growlers look to get their way out of their zone. Bank pass intended for Singleton, partially blocked by Ibragimov. The Growlers do manage to work it in deep. Gillespie behind his net. 2.5 minutes gone. In this second period, out towards center, the Growlers free it back up as Johnson swoops back inside his own blue line. So shifty with the puck. Right down the middle, what a pass to Skirving. Into the left wing corner. 1-on-5 basically, leaves it instead for Weiss. Skirving back to Malindi. Rister is blocked off a body. And the Thunder get it towards center ice, cleared in by Middendorf. Behind the cage goes McKay. 3 minutes gone in the second period. Here come the Growlers. Weiss down the left wing. Shovels it ahead, broken up and back out to center. Malindi lifts it right back in as the Thunder settle it inside their own zone. Long feed to the opposition blue line, and in comes Middendorf. His shot pinballs through the slot, still loose. The Growlers scoop it up and start up ice. Cap check. The defenseman leads the rush, hands it off to Weiss. His pass across, Berezowski. Great block in front by Wheeler. Knocked down, played toward the line. It hit Weiss in the back and is settled by the Adirondack defense. Smith up the right wing. Dragging the puck forward is Josefek as it caught up. O'Brien behind his cage, frees it out. Fed ahead, but stolen back by Grasso. Hands it off on the left wing side. Broman tries the power move to the cage. Couldn't get it to go. Centering feed, good pressure here by the Thunder. Grasso just inside the line, throws it towards the net. O'Brien spun around with a hit as he made the play to clear the zone. Grasso in his own end. Haven't had a ton of whistles here in this period either. Bouncing puck partially blocked. Lands for Dillingham, who plays it back to center. Carrying in is Thompson. He'll shrug off a check from Escott. Flipped into the air by McKay and helped out into the opposition zone. Skating to it and picking it up is Singleton. Had a man cutting to the cage, but he turned it over to Harper. 15:15 to go. Broman stood up at the line by Melindy. Onside though, Skio follows up, centers. Broken up, almost stolen right back by Harper, but cleared to center by the Growlers. Grasso for Skio. Backhanded towards center, stolen by Singleton. He'll play a backhand into the Thunder zone. 15-11, the shots in favor of the Growlers as Skio hits center. Absorbs a hit from Weiss and sends it in. Kapchek tried to get rid of it, unable to do so on the first try. Weiss, he'll send it up, and Adam Daw crosses over center in a 2-on-2 rush. Cuts behind the net. Daw swooping back there, pinned by Orgel with the puck in his skates. Worked it away free. Orgel hauls him down 50 feet from the puck. No call. No call, but an icing against the Thunder.
Well, Adam Daw's drawn more penalties this weekend than any player on both teams combined. Just such an effective forward every single time he's on the ice. Whether it's the offensive zone, but particularly in the defensive zone, Adam Daw is just so effective, working so hard, shift in, shift out, makes his line mates better. He definitely makes things a little more comfortable for his goaltender. Just always balls to the wall for Adam Daw every shift.
Centering opportunity there. Weiss had it blocked. He'll get it right back. Sends it back to the point. Snapped on goal and blocked in front once again. Kept in for a moment at the line by Skirving, and Ashbrook turns it back in for the Thunder. And that one caught in the crook of the elbow of Dryden McKay. No rebound.
And Dryden's certainly been dialed in this one as well.
Sure has.
Been beaten by, the first one, just a knuckle puck from the point. Really not much he can do. Second one, a beautiful shot from Travis Broman. But otherwise, it's been an excellent game so far for Dryden McKay. Looking really comfortable, but really quiet in there. We always say Dryden's at his best when he's quiet. You just know he's dialed in. There's not much bobbling around. You don't see him jumping around or diving to make saves. He's just already there in position, really comfortable.
Elsewhere around professional hockey today, the Growlers American Hockey League affiliate, the Toronto Marlies, are in action.
Is that against Belleville again?
Sure is.
And they've had some matchup.
Yeah, well, Belleville was up 3-0 today after the first period. There's 4:20 left in the second. Nice. And Grant Cruikshank has his first AHL goal.
Love to see that.
The Growlers' leading goal scorer has his first in the American League. Here come the Growlers looking to tie the game. Dillingham lifts it over the net. Johnson frees it up. Right wing boards, and it's cleared to center by the Thunder. 13:35 left in the second period. Weiss played it ahead, absorbed a check. Johnson tries to track it back down, but Smith takes control and starts it out of his own zone to center, clears it in. Behind the net goes McKay. Sweeps it around. Penalty coming up against the Growlers. Melindy. Now that's a penalty on Melindy 10 times out of 10, but a ridiculous dive on that cross check.
I had just looked down at my notes when that happened, and I am a little upset that I just missed that.
A penalty nonetheless. A trip. Well, I suppose you could have called him for a couple of things there.
Now Melindy and Skio will have a bit of a conversation as Melindy makes his way to the box. Those two have been growing their friendship throughout the course of the weekend.
I love that.
And we wonder when that will come to a head.
An Adirondack power play when we come back. It's 2-1 for the visitors on the Growlers Broadcast Network. James Melindy to the box for tripping. And a power play for the Thunder, their second of the night. They are 0 for 1. Shots in the period, 3-1 in favor of the Thunder. With time quickly getting away from us here.
Yeah, a big difference in just the volume of shots going towards the goalies. I feel like we saw really all of those shots in the first 2 minutes of this period.
Good point. On the face-off, one back by the Thunder. Across for a one-timer, scores. Harper makes it 3-1, just 5 seconds into the power play.
Oh, that is just a beautiful shot. What a rip from Shane Harper. The one-timer, that went up into as much of the top corner as you could possibly ask for. It came back out just as fast as it went in. What a bomb from Shane Harper. That's a beauty on the power play.
Definitely was.
Not much anyone can do about that. That's just a good shot.
Yep, threw a bit of traffic in front as well. The former Florida Panther picks up his 7th goal of the season. Not quite as long a pro career as Terry Ryan, but it's longer in fact, but doesn't date back quite as long as TR. He did start his pro career in the 29-2010 season. Toward the front of the net there, Jordan Escott picks it up in the left wing corner behind the cage to Singleton. Out of the line, Broussard hopped over his stick. This could be a break back. A 2-on-1 for the Thunder. Down the left wing, centering pass. Great defensive effort by Kapchek. That's going to send the Growlers back up ice. Escott across the line through the middle. Jordan Escott to the left wing corner. Floats one off the outside of the net. Daw scoops it back up, emerges out of the corner. Swoops right back in there. Behind the net, Daw. Whoa, what a play. Centers two. And nobody home. Daw fighting for it back with Singleton. Good heavy stick by Singleton, but it will be freed out. Middendorf has a chance to get it out. And now a race as Ashbrook tries to get in. He's hit by Dillingham as the Growlers free it back. Harper from Steve and Hirano at 6:50. 1-4-2 on the power play are the Thunder. Berezowski's going to go to the sin bin next. That looked like another bit of a dive to you? I mean, don't get me wrong. As soon as I feel a stick in my skates, I'm trying to milk it too.
You know, that's the way she goes.
The game within the game has the Growlers back to the penalty box.
Well, the penalty kill didn't really get a whole lot of opportunity to go to work on that last one. That's pretty quick off the draw. But their first time out, I thought the penalty kill did look solid. Did a good job of getting in lanes and blocking shots, giving up the body to pay the price. So hoping to see a bit more of that now on this penalty kill, and it all starts with a big face-off win.
Face-off to the left of Dryden McKay. Well, let's see if the Growlers can get a little deeper into this penalty kill. The last one took just 5 seconds to find the back of the net. And And right off that face-off win, Corey Dennis clears the zone. So it is tripping against Berezowski as the Thunder, who have a 3-1 lead, pick it up again at their own line. Hirano for Harper. Back to Hirano. That pass stolen and cleared to center ice. Coop Miners unable to get a stick on that one as Harper picks it up and gets across the line. Boy, did that look offside. Good stick there by Skirving. Puck still loose and scooped up. Sent behind the net. Hopped over the stick of Harper and back for Hirano. Back to Harper up top. 40 seconds gone on the power play. Steve waits. Hands it off across. Stepping in is Hirano. Nice save, McKay. Still loose. Rolled right into the old glove where it will stay. 1:07 left on the penalty kill.
A great job from Todd Skirving there to really use his body positioning well to box out any Adirondack forwards from whacking away at that rebound. Another good start to the penalty kill here for the Growlers. Another big 1:07 in front of them, but a lot of good signs early on this penalty kill.
Face off to the right of Dryden McKay. And yes, I see everyone's comments online how I didn't get every detail about TR's senior hockey career correct. Assuming. Off the face-off, the Thunder. Back up top. Shot from the point. What a stop by McKay. Right into the glove, no rebound.
Been great again tonight.
Yeah, no notes. Dryden McKay showing his Hobie Baker form here.
Yeah, that can't be overlooked. There's a lot of good hockey players who win the Hobie Baker, and Dryden McKay is one of them. And he shows a lot of
how
time.
hard it is for a goalie to win that
It's
award?
unbelievable. And it says a lot about Dryden McKay and his character.
And he definitely has the right demeanor. Just stone cold in the Growler goal. Thompson at the line. Out for Middendorf. Steps in and scores. 4-1 Adirondack. Another power play goal.
Yeah, another nice shot there from the point, using the screen and using it well, firing one nice and low just over the pad under the glove hand of Dryden McKay. That's another nice shot there from Middendorf, who he's been red hot as of lately too, scoring a ton of goals. I believe that's 16 or 17 now on the year.
It's enough.
Yep, too many.
It is plenty. Oh, he's a great player.
Yeah, he is. Only a young guy too.
Yeah, the Eric Middendorf from Scottsdale, Arizona. Played 11 games. And now we have a goalie change. So that's the end of the night for Dryden McKay. 4 goals on 13 shots. And I guess by the numbers, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not Dryden McKay's fault by any means. Especially these last 3 goals have all been gorgeous. Really nice shots. The bulk of which coming on the power play. Not a whole lot Dryden can do, but I absolutely understand the goalie change. You got to do something to try and spark your team a little bit and kick them in gear.
Yes, sir. Face off one back by the Thunder.
Maybe a TR shift.
Hey,
that'll spark the team.
Wouldn't hate it. Cleared in by the Thunder. The Growlers racing back in their own zone. Dennis frees it out, and there's Isaac Johnson. What a feed up ice out of the reach of Kapchek, though. And scooped up by Les. He'll take the pass back in his own zone and finds Walker up the right wing. He'll clear it in. Skirving in after it. Played behind the net. Walker, bodied by Dennis, still comes away with the puck. Back to the point. Great puck movement here by the Thunder. They score. The first shot on Pexa is over the blocker, and it's 5-1.
That's a tough start for Pexa. Another nice shot, though, from Adirondack, who have just been sniping. I mean, these last 4 goals, all bullets.
So Pex finally gets a moment to stretch it out.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You get in there, your first shot on net, it's a beautiful one, and goes right by you. That's a tough start. But let's hope now you can, if you're Pexa, you shake that off really quickly and try to just get refocused here.
Face off one back by the Growlers. From center, Dillingham right to O'Brien. Playing down the left wing and into the corner she rolls. Played back up the left wing boards. Melindy steps into Hirano, but he gets away with the puck. Play toward the front of the goal and a fighting glove save by Pexa. Up for O'Brien. And he's taken off down the right wing into the corner. Sharp angle try is wide and ends up all the way back to the Growler blue line. Matt Broussard across for Kapchek. I think Skio forgot what team he was playing for there as he was calling for that pass. Chipped in, right back to center by the Growlers. Cleared in again by Adirondack. Under 9 minutes left in this second period. The Growlers need to get something going yesterday. It's 5-1 Adirondack. Scooped up by Skio. He'll head it off behind the net. Toward the line. The Thunder work it towards center. Down the right wing is Smith. He'll roll it in behind the cage. Broussard to the corner. Bring it up with him is Daw. Dawes has it pinned against the boards, but it's the Thunder loose, and they will pull it free. Pass to the right wing corner. Les missed it. He'll skate and try to pick it up, and a nice pass. Shots over the net. Harper just inside the blue line. Hands it off to Thompson. Thompson, good stick by Escott. He'll steal that pass away, leaving it for Broussard. Broussard looking for the Hail Mary. That's picked off by Thompson. In come the Thunder again. No, that's knocked away. Just back to center. Smith will clear it in again. Broussard in his own zone. 7:35 left in the second period. Weiss weaves free towards center and knifed in by Skirving. Rolls behind Brodeur. Picked up by Wheeler. His pass kept alive by Weiss, but it pinballs again to center. Nice hustle back by Skirving to free it back for Newfoundland. James Melindy behind his net. Keeps the feet moving off the boards and out to center. Orgel, he's forced back. It's off a glove. Broman settles it ahead. Josephic missed the pass. And Pexa out of his net flips it free and rolls toward the blue line, held by Skio. His shot knocked out of midair by Melindy. Nice move to free up some space in the corner. And Melindy, he'll skate all the way to center before snapping it. Ooh, a high hit there. You could see the helmet almost jump off the face of Melindy as Skio got a little north on that one. Oh, Melindy, he's following him now. He thought he was going to hit him. He faked him out. Meller's the king of head games, no doubt about it. O'Brien trying to track it down, giving chase in the corner. Hirano hammered it out to center. 6:25 left in the second period. Caulfield at center. He'll take a bump. Skio ahead. Off a body. Flipped into the air. Following up is Hirano. What a pass. Spins it free. Great save, Pexa. Puck's loose. Broussard can't get it out. I think he wanted a penalty there. Right wing shot from the slot. Another good save by Pexa. Against the left, Broussard's going after Ashbrook a little bit there in the corner. That won't turn into much just yet. Under 6 minutes to go. Out at center, Berezowski down the right wing. Hands it off for Singleton. In the right wing corner, trying to find room behind the net. Stops up, changes directions, and cuts back to that left wing corner. Singleton toward the blue line. Keeps it onside for now. Had it poke checked out to center. Tate Singleton from the Ohio State University. Growlers still in their own zone. Snapped out to Singleton at center. Nice move. Gets it in across the line. Daw, his shot, a soft one. Scooped up by Brodeur. Had to do something to keep him busy. 5:18 left in the second period. We'll step aside for a TV timeout. Well, this hasn't been the Growlers' best period in a long time. 5-1 Adirondack is your score on the Growlers Broadcast Network. 5:18 left in period number 2, a period that's gotten away a little bit from the Growlers. 3 goals in the period for the Thunder. In under 4 minutes, including a pair on the power play. They're 2 for 2 with the man advantage. 5-1 Adirondack is your score.
Certainly a dangerous power play for Adirondack. They waste no time. They get that puck in a good position, and it goes right towards the net as quickly as possible. Certainly capitalizing here early in this one, making their opportunities count. But you'd love to see something now from the Newfoundland Growlers side of things, whether it's a big hit, whether it's a block shot, whatever it takes, just to get the crowd back into this thing and get the boys going a bit.
Face-off won by the Growlers. It's loose behind the net. Weiss giving chase. He's interfered with, and there is a penalty upcoming. And now, who's going? Because I have a bad feeling this is going against the Growlers.
There was a second I thought Todd Skirving was going to get a penalty out of that, but he's going to be the one who draws it because he did have his stick whacked right out of his hands. But I agree with you, though. I thought for a second it was going to be Skirving going for a hold.
I choose to not change the inflection in my voice until I know for sure. It is a power play for the Growlers, who are being outshot 10-2 in this period.
But hey, this is an opportunity now to try to get the crowd back in this thing and at least get another one here on the board, get some momentum back on your side of it here in this second period.
Brock Caulfield will take the face-off, loose off the draw. Scooped up by the Thunder. Off Isaac Johnson, stick and out to center. Cap check. Back for Johnson. Back in his own zone. We're in the final 5 minutes of this second period as Zach O'Brien dances into the offensive zone for Berezowski, right wing boards. Puck's loose. Snap to the line, held by Kapchek. To the top left circle, Isaac Johnson. Tried to get it back to Kapchek off a stick. He will get it back. For Johnson down low. Trying to cut. Rebound. Oh, and Caulfield didn't know he probably had a chance to score there. Across to Johnson. Steps in, fires off a body block. Loose.
That hurts.
Cleared away. Seeing some signs of frustration on the Growlers for sure. A few little whacks after whistles, but hey, no one likes, a turnover. Shorthanded for Grasso, score. 6-1.
And that's it's another nice goal. That's a tough turnover there. Grasso read that perfectly. He could see that drop pass coming on the power play, which you see at every level by almost every team now. And he read that perfectly. Picked it off, a nice little head fake, a quick shot on, and that goes right up over the glove of Pexa. That's a nice goal. A nice individual effort there from Pat Grasso.
Full marks to the Adirondack Thunder. Boy, playing 3 games in 4 days is tough enough as it is. But doing so when, you're the first place team, you have the big target on your back. On a Sunday, the final game, no less. Adirondack had every reason to not be at their best today, but boy, dandy, have they been great. Singleton to the goal. Not sure it resulted in a shot. A great rush nonetheless, and they'll try and track it back down to the left wing corner. Back to the line to Broussard. Across, that's Weiss. Down low to Escott. Back to the point. Broussard steps in, rebound, side door hopped over Jordy's stick. Loose, Escott gets it back, centers, and it hopped over Singleton's stick, but Broussard holds the line. Still 15 seconds left on the Growler power play. That last one was a shorthanded goal and a clear by the Thunder. McKay tried to go rink wide with that pass. It hit off Broussard. Weiss does take the feed down the wing. Right into the boots of Hirano, and the Thunder steal it back with penalty coming up on the play. Touched up by the Thunder. So Hirano's going to go.
No problem with that. Todd Skirving finished his hit. Hirano gave him a little punch in the back afterwards. That was all that was to it. He's going to go 2 for roughing.
Bit of a nothing burger of a penalty.
I mean, yeah. If I was Hirano, I'd be pretty rotted about that one, too. That's a fair one to be a little frustrated with and argue as you make your way to the penalty box. You see that play 1,000 times a game in every single hockey game after almost every single hit. But hey, the Growlers will take the power play.
They sure will. Just their 5th of the game. They're 0 for 4. Face-off one back by the Growlers. O'Brien to the line. takes it back from Kapchek. Heads to the right wing corner, tries a shot, and it's off a stick and into the mesh. 8 seconds gone.
You know what? One bright point in this game, though, has been Tate Singleton. And I know we say that a lot because he's a bright spot in almost every game, but it doesn't matter if it's 6-1 or 1-1, Tate Singleton's effort doesn't change.
Face-off pulled back by the Growlers. Isaac Johnson down to the goal line to Berezowski. Not a lot of room. It ends up in on Brodeur. He had to make 2 or 3 big saves. Collected by the Thunder, spinning free, and it's out for Ashbrook, who sends it the rest of the way. So Pexa, out of his goal, leaves it for Kapchek. 2:20 left in the period. Kapchek all the way into the offensive zone, hands it to Johnson. Stops it up for O'Brien, right down the middle, off a body and over the net. Oh, and Johnson, Berezowski crushed into the net and the goaltender.
Yeah, back right into the post there. That hurts. And certainly nothing Jackson Berezowski could do about that. He was basically thrown right in there.
Not much response either way. In case you're just joining us, it's 6-1 Adirondack. They have scored up boatload here in the second.
And a lot of, honestly, highlight real goals. There have been some beautiful goals scored by Adirondack in this game. They deserve full credit.
Pass there. Good effort by Escott to clear the lane, and he'll hold the line. 1 minute left on this power play. Weiss along the left wing boards. To the corner, spins it back up top to Broussard. Back to Weiss. Weiss off the post. Escott behind the net. Skirving frees it back to Weiss, and a whistle as the net's knocked off its peg. 1:45 mercifully left in this second period. Growlers need an intermission break like Ted Hitchcock needs a martini.
Post-game steak.
Not tonight.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not after this one.
Not for the Growlers. No, regardless of the score, it's been a fun night here with lots of energy in the house. Terry Ryan, at 47 years young, in the lineup today. Sure, the score is not going to go the Growlers' way tonight. Broussard's shot. Singleton was in front trying to wreak some havoc, but a nice save by Brodeur.
And an excellent crowd here on this Sunday afternoon, too. It's rocking in here. You love to see it.
And a crowd that's continued to stay loud and proud throughout this game despite the score. And it's just a fun Sunday. Skirving on the draw. One back instead by the Thunder. Stolen by the Growlers. Right wing corner is Weiss. Stick checked on the play. Full marks to this Adirondack penalty kill. It's been smothering.
They're so aggressive, but they do such a good job of not being over-aggressive and pulling themselves out of position. They stay and walk that line beautifully, honestly, and block shots, get in lanes.
Penalty coming up to the Thunder, and the Growlers will have a truncated 5-on-3.
Yeah, 11 seconds of 5-on-3 action here. So you'll see Zach O'Brien make his way back onto the ice. You'd love to see him fire one home, or see Isaac Johnson get his second here late in this second period.
Johnson, O'Brien, Malindi, Caulfield, and Berezowski. Your 5 skaters for this Growler power play. 1:08 left in the period. Caulfield on the face-off. One back by the Growlers, O'Brien. Across, Malindi hammers it, and it's stopped by Brodeur. Rebound right back to Malindi. He'll send it to the point as we enter the final minute. Here comes the man out of the penalty box as well. Pass stolen. Hirano, he's going to get a short-handed breakaway right out of the penalty box. Good recovery by Isaac Johnson, but Ashbrook follows up. He's stopped by Pexa. At the line, Skio made no attempt to keep that in as Adirondack content to lift it back in. 35 seconds left. 125 of power play time still remains. It's Harper in the penalty box. Malindi back for O'Brien. Advanced up the wing, Berezowski. Slowly across the line, leaves it O'Brien. Back to Malindi. Johnson, no shooting lane, tried to let it go anyway. Some save down there by Brodeur. 10 seconds left. Malindi, shot wide of the cage, still 5 on the clock. It rolls back to center. And that's gonna do it for a period of hockey here at the Mary Brown Center. 4 goals for the visiting Thunder on 11 shots has given them a 6-1 lead heading into the third period. We will step aside. Martinis for everyone as we head to the intermission break. 6-1 Thunder on the Growlers Broadcast Network. 5 minutes left in the intermission. Normally, this would be the point in time in which we would do the second period scoring summary, but tomorrow a line from The Simpsons, he's already dead. It's 6-1 Thunder, 4 goals in that period. Adirondack 2 for 3 on the power play. The good news, the Growlers are out shooting the Thunder 22-21. So moral victories, the Growlers are up 1-0. 4 minutes left until we hit the ice for the third period. And Ben, you got to think TR gets a few shifts here in the third, don't you?
I mean, you would like to see it at this point. I can understand when you're in a tight game, you're icing your players who you think are going to give you the best chance to win. At this point, 6-1 now on a Sunday afternoon, 20 minutes left to play. You kind of just like to see the fans get what they want here in this one. You could hear the in-house chants by the end of the second period. We want Terry. So, we'll see. You would like to see him get a few shifts here, even if it's just, to spark the team a little bit and get some energy back inside the Growlers bench in this building.
Yeah. This game's over, though.
Yeah, I mean,
respectfully,
it's a very, very tall task. That's a 5-goal deficit, 20 minutes to play. That's a tough hole to dig out of. I'll never say never. I'll never say never, just because crazier things have happened in the game of hockey. Not many, but they have. So you never know. But
that's definitely true.
And that's very optimistic. I will. Be fully honest about that. But hey, there's 20 minutes left. You go out, you leave it all out on the ice.
Yeah, you never know.
You got a bit of a break here now coming up after this. So leave it all out there. Try and put on a show for your fans for the next 20 minutes and see what happens. If you ultimately don't win the game, so be it. But if you could at least come out and win this third period, that's at least a positive you can take out of this before you do go into a little break and then head out onto the road for a number of games. And we don't see the Growlers back here now at Mary Brown Center until the beginning of February. So
that's right, when the Indy Fuel come to town for
that's
the
exciting.
First time ever.
But for me, you just really want to see the effort here now in this last 20 minutes. That's the big thing.
All I want to see is that nobody gets hurt.
Yeah.
In a 6-1 game that is effectively over, I'm not saying mail it in by any stretch. I mean, you still, that's an honest to goodness period of hockey you have left. But I just don't know what a winning period looks like and what it does for the squad at this point in time. But hey, that's the way she goes. Sometimes you gotta.
And this is what you kind of see what guys are made of. Because this is as hard of a 20 minutes as you're going to get up for arguably all season long.
I think that's correct.
So I think this really is a bit of a gut check time. And we get to see what these guys are made of here in the next 20 minutes, because this is where your character really shows.
Yeah, it's easy to mail in a period like
Absolutely.
this. But, you want to see guys who reveal their character in the right way, who are going to play to the final buzzer, one way or the other.
Look, the easy thing to do in this next 20 minutes is pack it in. That's the easy way out. But you just hope to see 20 hard minutes from this Growlers group, see what they can put together, and try and get some positives to take out of this third period and into the break.
A minute to go in the intermission. So go throw a bag of popcorn in the microwave. Normally I say, you're not going to want to get up when this period begins. There's going to be some times where you can probably get away with sneaking away for a snack.
But hey, the Growlers will start this third period with 52 seconds power play time, so see if they can get something going here right off puck drop.
Sounds like a plan. The Growlers will begin the period. It appears with Berezowski, Caulfield, Kapchek, Johnson, and O'Brien on the ice. They need 5 to tie, and the comeback starts now. "20 minutes are up on the board. 1 period left. Caulfield will take the draw at center. against Ashbrook, and this third period is underway. The Thunder winning the face-off and quickly clearing it in. Pexa guides it aside. O'Brien back for cap check, and with 40 seconds left on the power play, Caulfield takes off up ice, hands it back. Berezowski's pass is blocked. Right back to cap check, 30 to go on the power play. O'Brien tries a pass, 2 tries, and it hopped into the glove as the fans continue to chant, "We want Terry."
Yeah, you wonder how long. See if he gets a shift here in this third period. You'd love to see it. You really would. At this point, you'd love to see it.
I do think that's TR on the bench in the grocery stick position. That position being the one between the forwards and the D. Maybe not expecting the move, so hopefully we're wrong about that as the Growlers have 15 seconds to go on this power play. Johnson, left wing boards, sends it back to the point, settled across to O'Brien. 8 to go on the power play. Nice arm save there by Brodeur. Loose puck scooped up and cleared by the Thunder. So there comes Harper out of the penalty box, back to 5-on-5 with 19 minutes left in this contest. Matt Broussard behind his goal, passes dangerously in front of his net, flip free to center, but controlled again by the Thunder. Laying it back to Grasso. He'll send it for less in his own zone. 2 for 3 on the power play today. Adirondack, that has been one of the many factors leading to their success this afternoon. Cleared away by the Thunder. So that's going to be an icing call with 18:36 left in period number 3.
Here we go.
Whoa, what a burst of applause. You know that only means one thing. Terry Ryan's out for his first shift since the second period. Since the first period, I mean.
Here we go. Listen to this crowd.
Skirving, Ryan, Broussard, Johnson, and Dennis. There is Isaac Johnson. One move too many against the left wing boards, and away come the Thunder. Just over their own blue line through the middle of the ice. Terry Ryan scoops it up, much to the delight of the crowd here at the Mary Brown Center this afternoon. Up ice is Isaac Johnson. Down the wing, down the middle goes Dennis, trying to find a shooting lane. TR was alone in front. The puck hopped over his stick. Down the wing, into the glove of Pexa, and that's where it's gonna stay.
That's a great shift.
That's what we needed in this building. A little energy.
Absolutely. Great hustle there, hard on the back check.
Had a chance.
Had a chance in front. It could be 30-1, and the roof would blow off this place if Terry Ryan pats one into the back of the net.
Loose off the face-off in the Growler zone. Dillingham peels away behind the net. With Ibragimov draped all over him, still manages to clear to center. O'Brien unable to knock it down. Good stick by Caulfield, but the Growlers cannot gain control as Broman shovels it in deep. Malindi takes it, had it poked off the end of his stick. Pexa all the way to the face-off dot. Stolen away. Hirano, what a stop by Pexa. He was way too cavalier getting back in goal, but nonetheless, we'll take it. Cleared in by O'Brien. Hey, who's to say a 6-1 game still can't have some excitement?
Oh, absolutely.
Huh? Here come the Thunder out of their own zone. Middendorf slams a backhand in deep. Behind the net, Singleton with one hand on the stick. He's hauled down, no penalty there. Out of the corner, it lands right on Dawes' stick, and he'll get to center. Chipping it in behind Steve. Those two take each other out. Daw pops right back up and frees it out in the opposite side corner. Singleton is there, spins away from Middendorf. Loose puck. Nice play. Daw wraps it on goal. What a stop, Brodeur. Cap check to the line. Dennis. Lots of traffic in front. He's got to try a shot. It's off a stick and out of play. Growlers are playing well in this third period.
Absolutely. That's a good start here in this third period. Back-to-back momentum-filled shifts. Starting to fire some pucks in towards Brodeur, and another great shift there from Adam Daw.
case you're just joining us, we're having fun at the Barry Brown Center.
Sure.
Despite the score, it's 6-1 Adirondack. Face off to the right to Brodeur. Skirving on the draw. A bullet of a face-off win, and Johnson off a body and wide. Brassard's high riser. Didn't miss that top corner by much. The Growlers hold the line. Snapped across. Brassard's shot redirected in front. And stopped by Brodeur. To the line. Just out to center, but skating it in are the Thunders. Smith gives chase after it. Dillingham battling, knocks his man down. Puck squirts loose out from behind the net to the line, held in. Thompson, good block, down on a knee goes Brassard. He's played well despite the score for the Growlers. Sent to center, what a pass. In comes Grasso, left wing face-off dot, backs into the corner, but a good stick by Brassard, and the Growlers clear it to center. Ahead for Thompson. In across the line, he'll send it slowly to the corner. Broman pinned. Had it taken away, and the Growlers get towards center. O'Brien ahead. Berezowski gets in behind the defense. Fired it wide. That one rimmed all the way to center. And away come the Thunder. Broman, he's turned inside out by Malindi. Picked back up in the corner by Kapchek. Freed back out for James Malindi. Does a good job keeping away from Middendorf. Down the middle, the pass finds O'Brien. Lifts it in. Giving chase is Berezowski. Approaching the 5-minute mark of this third period. Wheeler down the left wing. Soft shot. Stopped by Pexa. No rebound on the 23rd shot of the game for Adirondack. 5:01 gone in the third.
A little bit of a scrum there in the corner, but it seems as if cooler heads are going to prevail, and that one's going to relax pretty quickly. Not much to that.
Faceoff will stay alongside Vyacheslav Pexa. To his right. Daw to take the draw. Against Ashbrook. Kicked back by the Thunder. Held onside by Skio. He'll get rid of it to the right wing corner. Played ahead. Singleton knocked it down. Beauty pass to Daw. He's got the Jets going. Tries to cut back toward the middle. Now, you could probably call that a 6-1 game, can't you? Singleton rips it away again, just inside his own zone. Across and away comes Weiss. Over the line. Someone's got to play the puck. What a move by Daw. Hands it off. Dennis trying to barrel through. Singleton tried to shoot it too, but it hopped over his stick. Brassard, penalty coming up. Across. Dennis. They score! Off a body and in. I think that's Tate Singleton's goal. 6-2 the score.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Tate Singleton is going to get that one, but good job by Corey Dennis just to fire that puck towards Brodeur.
Dennis is leading the charge back to the bench, so maybe it's Denny's goal.
Weird bounce, that's for sure, but hey, we'll take it. It's in the back of the net.
The comeback starts here.
You never know. Now this is being reviewed, actually.
It sure is.
Now I ultimately do think this one is going to count.
I think so.
I don't know if it's maybe being looked for some kind of high stick or maybe a goalie interference. I'm not entirely sure. But the referees are taking a good look at it regardless. I'll be surprised if that one doesn't count, though. It was a goal on the ice.
Again?
I think that one will count, but we wait and see.
Both referees in the timekeeper's booth, keeping an eye on the replay of this one. No replay will be seen in-house. And looks like a pretty quick decision by the officials, and it's a good goal. So the Growlers put a little dent in Brodeur's save percentage with their second of the game. 14:21 left. Skirving on the draw. Terry's out there again.
Love it.
You do love to see it. Takes off one back by the Growlers. Look at TR. Trying to get under their skin a little bit too. You love to see it. To the line. Good flip by Skirving. He'll try and track it down, but it will be scooped up by Les. Behind the net. Good stick by Skirving. Behind the net. Settled by the Thunder. They give it to Corey Dennis. Slap pass from the Thunder towards center. Josefek pinned by Broussard. Broussard looks to control in advance. He hits Johnson with the puck. Johnson thought he had a moment there to settle it. But instead, Malindi takes it behind his goal. To center to Isaac Johnson. He's unable to handle the pass. TR heads off to the bench for a change as the Thunder settle it in their own zone. 13:25 left in this third period. The Thunder from center. Touch it in deep. Out of the glove of Pex out of the corner. Caulfield to center to Berezowski. Rink wide to O'Brien. One-on-one O'Brien. Cuts to the backhand and couldn't finish the goal. O'Brien had the stick ripped out of his hands, and if looks could kill, that referee would be dead on the ice. Nice pass to Berezowski. He couldn't handle it. Sent back to the Growler blue line, where the lads will set up shop. Tate Singleton across the line. Yikes, a big collision there. Clear to the line. Dillingham holds his shot. Blocked in front. Good try by Daw, but he chipped the rebound wide. Held in at the line. Toward the goal, redirected, and a nice save by Brodeur. As Adam Daw being bullied down there by Wheeler. 12.5 to play here in this third period. We will head to a TV timeout. Corey Dennis, his second of the year from Broussard and Daw, gives the Growlers the only goal of the third period. 4 more needed, though. It's 6-2 Thunder on the Growlers Broadcast Network. Face-off upcoming to the right of Jeremy Brodeur. He's been solid here this season. On the face-off, the Growlers win the face-off. Left wing side, in on goal, and a stop made by Brodeur. Loose in the corner. Settled by Skio, his pass. Stolen away by Corey Dennis. At center, he'll give it right back up. Cleared in by the Thunder, Broussard. With a backhand, moves it to the corner. Kicked ahead, and Weiss looks up ice. Nice patience there with a beauty feed to Broussard. Growlers forced back in their own zone, though, and Weiss tries it again. Ahead for Johnson onside. He'll throw it toward the goal. Great vision by Johnson. But out of play she goes.
Yeah, it's a really nice look there from Isaac Johnson. And from our view up here in the Bob Cole Media Center, you could see that one forming the whole way down the ice. Good try from Isaac Johnson, just a step ahead. But one thing I wanted to point out, too, is I don't know if Todd Skirving gets enough credit for how good he is in the face-off circle. He doesn't just win faceoffs, he wins them clean. Hard passes right back to the D. Sometimes almost too clean. And that's a compliment, but he has been just fantastic in the faceoff circle, and it really helps the Growlers when trying to play offense.
Face off to the right of Brodeur. Loose off the draw, and the Thunder quickly get to center. Josephet. He's almost put into the Growler bench by Kapchek. We play on as the Growlers poke it loose out of the corner, but the Thunder get it back. Broman behind the net. Middendorf shakes away from Kapchek. Beautiful feed in front, but Les booted the pass. Stretch feed, and Kapchek broke that up too.
Great stick.
Back to the point. The Thunder forced themselves offsides. Les has to wait before snapping it in. Behind the goal, just out of the reach of Pexa. He couldn't play it. It was outside the trapezoid. Scooped back up by the Thunder. Behind the net goes Middendorf, being watched by Kapchek. Good poke check by Cappy. Can't get it out. Back to Middendorf, right wing boards. Good stick by Kapchek again, and now it's Singleton in a one-on-one. He'll take a slash. Didn't bother Tater, though. Tate to the line. Rink wide. Poke down low. Dennis. Daw back behind the cage to Escott. Jordan Escott. Snap back to the point. Dillingham fires. What a blocker save there. What a heavy shot by Dilly.
That's a cannon.
From his knees, Singleton reels it down low to Jordan Escott. Tried to center. The Adirondack player got the last touch on that one. Almost put it behind Brodeur, but he manages to keep it out. 28-23 are the shots in favor of the Growlers, but damn that shooting percentage of the Thunder here tonight. 6 goals on 23 shots.
Yeah, Jeremy Brodeur has been really good too in this one. He's just been a solid anchor in between the pipes for Adirondack here in this one.
Face off to the right of the aforementioned Brodeur. Taken by the Thunder. Harper. Beautiful feed to Grasso. Starts it across the left wing line. Dennis stays with his former teammate, watches him back to the line and helps clear it to center. Jordy Escott just upended his man behind the play. As the Thunder, parked in their own zone, golf it to center where it's intercepted by Malindi. Turned right back in. One-on-one. Kick save Pexa. Rebound. Malindi able to keep it out of harm's way. Snapped off the boards and out towards center. Scooped up by Daw. He's got Terry Ryan cutting to the goal. Adam Daw on the backhand for Jordan Escott. Trying to free it up as Malindi couldn't get it to settle. Here comes Ryan Ordell. He'll thread it in deep. Behind the net, Pexa leaves it for Malindi. Malindi for Terry Ryan. Malindi crushed behind the play as Johnson starts up ice. Johnson cuts wide. Centers off of Brodeur. Still loose.
Terry's going right after him. Here we go.
Terry wants to go.
Here we go.
Terry Ryan. He's going to drop him on his 47th birthday. A heavy right hand from Ryan. What a battle. He may have been knocked down, but what an effort from Terry Ryan. Just listen to this place.
You absolutely love to see that. I don't know what Walker's whooping about, but give it up for Terry Ryan, ladies and gentlemen. 47 years young, dropping the mitts in the ECHL, standing up for teammates, standing up for an old buddy in James Malindi. And here comes James there to give him a little tap. You love to see that out of TR, giving everybody in this building exactly what they wanted.
Every single Growler on the ice going over to the penalty box.
Oh, and he's John down there in the penalty box, too. I don't know if TR's done here.
It.
Well, he had lots of fans before. He definitely has a few more now.
Bye. And look at the velocity of the fist pumps that TR is doling out to the buys, too. Bruise your knuckles.
Now, that was awesome. You don't like to see James Malindi take a hit like that, but you certainly respect the response from Terry Ryan, who did not hesitate either.
And Terry's still on his feet down there, giving it to his counterpart in the penalty box, Walker. Oh, to be a fly on the wall.
They are going at it down in the penalty boxes. Oh, Terry Ryan's getting an ovation from this crowd right now. Just listen to it in here.
I think Terry punched a few brain cells out of Walker's head down there. They're chanting Terry, and he's pumping up the crowd. So maybe he's a big TR fan too. We just didn't know it.
Maybe.
Either that or he has a few screws loose.
Well, it seems like the temperature is cooled down in there now. But again, give it up for Terry Ryan, ladies and gentlemen. 47 years young, dropping the mitts, and has been in the mix all in this third period.
Now this has resulted in an Adirondack power play. TR did get the instigator as well. 7 penalty minutes. Oh, it all checks out. Power play upcoming here for the Thunder. Steve. And that burst of energy is the PA announcer Chris Badstone announcing the many penalty minutes for Terry Ryan. Happy birthday, baby.
Ooh.
That one right off the officials. The Thunder try to capitalize, but it's cleared away. 9 minutes left in the longest ECHL broadcast in history. Up on the right wing and pulled back. 35 seconds gone on the power play. Hirano. Left wing boards, runs right into Matt Broussard. Singleton. Pull back to the point to Steve. Holds the line across, one-timer, kicked away by Pexa, and cleared by the Growlers. 8.5 to go, just over a minute until the Terry Ryan minor penalty has subsided. At center is Orgel, rink wide Middendorf. To the front of the net, good block by Malindi, that ends up out of play. 45 seconds left on the Adirondack power play, their 5th of the game.
Good job from the Growlers penalty killers so far in the first minute and 15 of this penalty kill. Really bearing down in their own zone here and try to keep that going for the next minute and 15.
To the left of Pexa we go. Irving on the face-off, wins another clean one back. Dillingham tried to clear, it's blocked. Still loose back there. Dillingham sneaks away from a check and clears the zone. Just over 30 seconds to go on the Adirondack power play. It is 6-2 Adirondack. Down the left wing, Orgel, his pass to the right wing corner. Malindi throwing the business down on Middendorf, but still Orgel frees it out. For Middendorf along the right wing board. Skirving pins him. 12 to go on the power play. Into the slot. Hopped over the stick of Middendorf. Calling for it is Thompson. Sent across to Orgel. Now down low. Left wing corner. To the high slot. Out of the box is O'Brien. He was serving the instigator penalty to Terry Ryan. We're back to 5-on-5. The Growlers 3 for 5 on the penalty kill. Tyler Weiss. Had it stolen, and Middendorf clears it back in. Behind the net is Pexa. Back behind the cage, Dillingham. Hands it back to Singleton. Singleton starts towards center, peels back, hands it for Kapchek. He'll throw it up ice where it's turned over. Joseph pass down the right wing. Maybe numbers here for the Thunder. Dropped off. Good coverage by Escott. Trying to contain Joseph Eck, and he ragdolls him off the puck. Grasso to the right wing corner. He's stripped. Oh, and a cross check to Kapchek as those two engage behind the play.
Not much happening there.
Wow.
Linesman.
3 zebras in there.
Yep, that one's going to be squashed pretty quickly.
Boo. Give the people what they want. Let Cappy punch him in the face. So they're both going to sit for pushing and shoving.
The fireworks down in the penalty box hasn't really slowed down a whole lot either.
Interesting.
Keep an eye. Keep an eye for when 55 and 14 get back on the ice.
It'll be an offensive zone face-off, it looks like, for the Growlers here.
Yes, sir.
So 2 minutes each for Kapchek and Grasso. Still plenty of fight in these dogs here this afternoon.
I got to say, great third period from this Growlers group. Every reason to pack it in here and roll over, and they've done anything but. They've been great.
Off the face-off, cleared out to center, where we have a foot race. Corey Dennis. Ibragimov's crushed against the boards, and the Growlers steal the puck. Dennis has one of the 2 Growler goals here. Floats it in wide of the cage behind the net. Freed out, and Thompson begins up ice slowly at first, picking up speed as he crosses over center. Pass was off the mark and stolen back by the Growlers. 6 minutes left in the third period. Caulfield. Beautiful play to go around his man wide, tried a shot, and it's blocked. Singleton followed up, couldn't come away with it behind the net, and it is the Thunder. More than content to take a few seconds off the clock here. Ahead for Hirano. Harper, stopped by Pexa. Rebound, oh boy, taken by the Thunder. Centering effort off a stick, rolls to the blue line, held in. Sent in wide from the point. 1 minute left in the 4-on-4. Malindi, he will keep his man pinned in that corner. O'Brien keeps it away from Orgel and sends it up. Isaac Johnson in a 1-on-2, stops it up. What a move by Johnson. Creates all kinds of space. Tried to deke around his man, that didn't work. Loose now behind the net. Malindi frees it back. O'Brien unable to get to it in time. Under 5 minutes left. And we're down to 25 seconds left in the minor penalties to Kapchek and Grasso. 3-on-2 back. Steve to the front of the goal. Great kick saved by Pexa. Taking the pass at center is Berezowski, trying to feather one across to Broussard. Stolen by Steve. His pass even worse. Stolen by Weiss. Ahead, Dennis. His pass hopped over the stick of Weiss. Centered again and nobody home. Here comes Kapchek and Grasso, but here come the Thunder up ice. Grasso can't hang on to that pass. He and Cappy collide once again as the puck finds its way to Skio. Thompson at the line. Threads it down low. Dennis and Kapchek free it out to the corner to Dillingham. Kapchek, another little whack on Grasso. Weiss. Smooth skating there. 4 minutes on the clock. Weiss gets to center with it. Over the line, too. Weiss. Stolen by Ibragimov. Malindi hauls him down. Save made, but penalty upcoming. Left wing Thompson. It's touched up by Escott. And a trip on James Malindi with 3:43 to go in the third. Sends us to a TV timeout. What a third period. Fun all around. The Growlers trail 6-2 on the Growlers Broadcast Network. .343 left in this third period. Now, I don't know why that Terry Ryan is still in the penalty box, but Walker is allowed to walk free.
Yeah, I'm...
Like, the instigator was served by another player. There's no reason for those both players to not be back on the ice, or at least available to be back on the ice.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's...
Especially in a pretty packed barn here to see the dude that you're keeping prisoner in there.
Well, he's certainly given all the fans here at Barry Brown Center exactly what they wanted. There's no doubt about that.
Skirving wins another face-off. Dillingham from behind the net, and Berezowski tries to whack it out, and Bragimov hit hard again by Dillingham. But it's another power play for the Thunder. Harper to the line. This the sixth. Nice fighting stop there by Pexa. The Growlers can't get it out. Pardon me, the fifth power play of the game for the Thunder. Stolen by Dillingham. He will clear it beyond the outstretched glove of Steve. 30 seconds gone. Skirving heads off for a change. Steve at center. Tries to skate in. Rink wide feed. Good play. Pexa way out of his goal. The Growlers keep it out. Grasso across to Steve. Under 3 minutes left in this third period. Harper along the left wing. Patient with the puck. Wants to put it on goal. He does. And it's stopped by Pexa. Left wing boards. It finds its way to Harper again. Centering pass. Trying to jam it free. Another stop for Pexa. He's got it covered.
Yeah, after what was a tough start for Pexa coming into this game, snipe on your very first shot. He's rebounded brilliantly in this one. He really has been great. A lot of big saves, a lot of stretches across the crease, some fighting ones. Pexa's been excellent.
To the left of Pexa we go. On the draw, Isaac Johnson, but it's won back by the Thunder. Still 50 seconds left on the power play. To the point and across to Orgel. Rink wide, Middendorf couldn't handle that pass. It's loose behind the net, located and cleared by Newfoundland. Broder out of his goal. Leaves it for Thompson. Rink wide feed to Smith. Down the left wing side. Flip through the middle, and Middendorf, his shot blocked by Dennis. Back to the point. Across to Orgel. 20 seconds left on the power play. Orgel inside the blue line. Backs himself halfway to the corner. Hands it back to the point. 10 to go on the Adirondack power play. Middendorf again misses one. Gets it back along the right wing boards to the slot. Ashbrook to the corner. Here comes Molindi. We're back to 5-on-5. That shot off a body and wide. 100 seconds remain in this one. Shovel to the line. Isaac Johnson trying to get away. And a clear-cut penalty there on Orgel puts the Growlers back to the power play. And still, every game it baffles me. You see,
there we go.
You see a textbook penalty called, and you see a guy whining and moaning on his way to the bench. What did I do?
A tale as old as time. Every hockey player on every team right across the world will argue every penalty they ever take.
Orgel to the sin bin with 1:28 left. Berezowski, O'Brien, Caulfield, Kapchek, and Johnson face off for Caulfield. One back by the Growlers. Kapchek, a little give and go with Isaac Johnson. O'Brien sends it rink wide back to him. Kapchek tried to settle a sauce pass there, and it's sent back to center. Kapchek flipped it nicely. O'Brien keeps it alive for Caulfield. Down the right wing. Snapped away. Wes leaves it behind his net. Caulfield has his man pinned, and O'Brien comes away with it with 1 minute left. Berezowski to the corner for O'Brien. O'Brien under pressure. Great stop there by Broder on a one-timer from Caulfield. 50 seconds left. Nice reach by Isaac. Across. Oh, another great stop by Broder. He's robbed Caulfield twice tonight. Back to the point and held. 40 seconds left. Johnson shoots, and he's stopped by Broder. Loose puck to the corner. Clearing attempt held by Johnson. Walks down low to the corner. Peels it back. 26 seconds left. Isaac Johnson. Right wing corner. Back to the line. Kapchek. To the goal. Rebound. Berezowski. What a save by Broder.
Hats off for Jeremy Brodeur. He has been phenomenal in this one. The Growlers have thrown a lot at him, especially here in this third period. We've seen more high-danger scoring chances than we did in the first two, and man, he has stood tall. What a performance from Brodeur.
Absolutely. Growlers up to 10 shots in the period. 10-6 in the frame. Out shooting Adirondack again, 31-28. Face off to the left of Brodeur. 18.4 seconds left in the game. One back by the Growlers to Brassard. Quick shot. Big rebound. Still loose in front. Oh, and Jordan Escott fired it wide. A 2-on-1 for the Thunder maybe to close out the final 10 seconds. Joseph Eck. Backhand stopped by Pexa. Scooped up by Weiss. And that's going to do it here on this Sunday afternoon in downtown St. John's. The Adirondack Thunder completing the three-game sweep of the Growlers, this one by a score of 6-2.
And you know, that was an excellent third period from the Newfoundland Growlers.
It was.
Those guys had every reason to pack it in here in the third period, but they came out, played exceptionally hard, won the period. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that. That was a great effort from this group who had every reason to fold in this third period. And we talked about character going into that third period. Well, this group just showed that they've got some character.
They sure do. So sticks up at center ice for the Growlers, saluting the crowd of 4,245 fans. One more ovation for Mount Pearl's own Terry Ryan. Stick raised high and proud.
As it should be.
As he heads back to the Growler locker room.
And you know, one thing I'll say about all this with Terry Ryan as well is that he has been out of the game for a long time, and that takes a lot of guts just to put on the gear and show up here today.
And they're making, way to go, TR.
Attaboy.
A little victory lap for his first pro game in 10 years.
But truly, that takes a lot of guts. You know,
Sure
I
does.
can only imagine the nerves that were probably going through Terry Ryan's body before stepping out onto the ice for
And
this
look
one.
who stuck around as well. It's the Growlers, all the Noofs, the leadership group. Listen, this is not an easy gesture to make and to enjoy this moment after a 6-2 loss.
Absolutely.
The fact that he's able to go out there with a smile on his face and to have your Skirvings, your Escotts, your Melindys, your O'Briens making sure that this is a part of your day, that's awesome to see out of the leadership group. Look, despite the score, look, we're in the middle of January. This game is about as meaningless as they come.
I think 14's about to come out for another lap.
You're darn right. And you'd swear the last time we heard a roar that big was when the Growlers won the Kelly Cup. He almost ate it there at center, but...
No, you love to see it. You really do. And this is TR, right? This is...
a curtain call.
That's just perfect.
Unbelievable.
That's perfect. Serious.
I got goosebumps, man.
Serious.
That is too cool.
Hats off to Terry Ryan. That took a lot of guts to come out here and do this today. And then to come out here, be effective when on the ice, and then drop the gloves, well... He's a fan favorite for a reason,
Yep.
and he certainly cemented himself here, and now a big part in Newfoundland Growlers history as well. It was a cool afternoon, but despite the outcome, that was a fun afternoon, and that was fun to be a part of.
47 years young on his birthday, coming in, recording 7 minutes in penalties, and getting under the skin of many Adirondack Thunder players here this afternoon. Certainly a job well done for Mount Pearl's own Terry Ryan. Certainly the story of the game today. Yeah, if you want all the final details, you can find the game sheet online. It's been a long weekend, so the Growlers, with the loss, their record will slide 16-14, 6-0. Adirondack, their 25th win of the season. 25-8-2-1. You know what? These two teams will not have to wait long to meet again. The Growlers are heading out onto another 7-game road trip beginning this upcoming week. For sure, it's the All-Star break. Johnny Tyconic, I believe he's still going to be in Savannah. I don't think his call-up really does much to change that. 4 straight games against the Norfolk Admirals on the 19th, 20th, 21st, and 24th. On the 26th, the Adirondack Thunder host the Growlers, and then 2 in Maine before the Growlers return home on February 2nd to host the Indy Fuel. That's the affiliates of the Chicago Blackhawks for the first time ever. That's going to do it for us here this afternoon. So to all of our new viewers, thank you so much for joining us for the first time. Hopefully you come back maybe for a game or two. Down the stretch, hey, maybe we get TR back for a game or two. Who knows? But we really do appreciate you spending your Sunday afternoon with the Newfoundland Growlers. And we'll catch you next time. On behalf of Ben Murphy, I'm Chris Ballard. Good night from the Mary Brown Center. Bye-bye.